a story and how to find the supporting details. But you know how I am. I don't want you just to find the supporting details. I want you to be able to tell me why they're the supporting details. Because a true learner can not only state the facts, they can defend it just like an attorney could defend you too. So, here we go. Turning your reading spiral to main idea. I think we did a main idea table. Main idea. Find that main idea table, or you may have drawn a main idea chair. I left that option up to you. A main idea table or a main idea chair. Take a few minutes to look over your notes and refresh your mind about what main idea is. Give me a thumbs up if you think you know what a main idea is. Thumbs up if you think you know. If you're not too sure, give me one in the middle. Okay, hands down. Some of my thumbs up people. What is a main idea? What's a main idea? Adrian. It's the big picture. It's the big thing the story is about. Okay. You also saw supporting detail on your spiral. What's a supporting detail? A supporting detail. Supporting detail. Olivia, what's a supporting detail?
It's like a chair, like it holds the main idea up.
It holds the main idea up. I love that you said that. That's exactly what a detail does. It supports that main idea. It holds it up. So today we're going to read a story about Frog and Toad. And your job is to do a little bit of visual thinking. Raise your hand if you can refresh my mind about what visual thinking means.
What you think you should write down.
Okay, what you think you should write down. Who can expand on that a little bit more? I love that you're saying that.
When you visual think, you write it down. You don't say it out loud. You write it down.
I love that you said that. When I'm doing visual thinking, whatever I'm thinking, I don't say it out loud. I don't raise my hand. I write my thoughts down. Does my thought have to be a question?
No.
No, it doesn't have to be a question? Oh, what could it be then if it's not just a question? Em?
It could be a statement, like
Exactly right.
what you think. It doesn't have to be a question.
It could just be a statement. It could be a comment. It could be a statement. Very good, Em. It could be what pops in my head. Because you know Miss Barbie at the movie theaters, what she do all the time? Talk. Because when you're reading or watching something, you should be thinking the whole time. You shouldn't just be reading the words. You should be attaching meaning to it and thinking about it. So today you're going to do a little bit of visual thinking. Inside your buckets on your table, there's a sheet. And it says Frog and Toad. Please grab one sheet out of the bucket. Your job is to start doing your visual thinking when I say proud. But you know how I love to have fun? It beats your best interest to make sure you think and I'm able to see it, okay? Okay, proud. Okay, you guys ready? Remember, if you have an unfamiliar word to you, you can also start while they do spend more time in the water than on land. What made you write this down? I have a question for you, Addison. What is it? Toad has a dry bumpy nose. Where do you made a little nose in Toad and frogs have a lot in common. Did you find a lot in common so far? Did you find anything different about them so far? You know, I love that you started the very first sentence asking yourself the question so that you'd be thinking about that question the whole time. How do they have more in common than they have different? Now, let me ask you this. Do you think you know what the main idea is so far? What do you think it is?
Frogs and toads actually have more in common than they have in differences.
Have you found any details that support that yet? Do I have a story, anything that supports how they have things in common or support how they have things that are not in common? I I truly enjoyed what I saw. I could tell exactly what you guys were thinking. So when I came around, I didn't have to ask you, hey, Jared, what were you thinking about this? I was able to see his thoughts on his paper. A lot of you have already figured out what the main idea is, which is pretty impressive. But right now, if you have not gotten to that point in your thinking process, I want you to take just a moment, and at the bottom of your paper, I want you to write down what you think the main idea is. The bottom of your paper. This is just private time for you. What do you think the main idea of frog and toad is? I love how Kate's writing in complete sentences. He told me the main idea is. Or am I going a little bit deeper in my discussion about frogs and toads? Think about that when you write it down.
The story tells you what frogs have in common and what frogs and toads have in common and what they don't have in common and how they differ things.
Excellent. Look back in the text for a minute and give me an exact detail that tells you exactly what they have different. Pick out one detail to me about a difference.
It says frogs and toads actually have more in common than they have differences.
You found some things they had in common. Very good, very good. I saw some excellent main ideas I was going around. I think we pretty much all have the same thought in mind. Let's talk about it real quick. Now, when I want to organize my thoughts, what's a good way to organize my thoughts when I'm talking about main idea? Isabella? A main idea web. Excellent idea, Isabella. Let me draw one of those. So we're going to label it frog and toad. And we know in the middle of our web, we always put the, think about it. Think about it. Tell me.
Main idea.
Excellent. Put the main idea in the center. I'm going to volunteer to tell me what the main idea of my story is. The main idea of my story. Diego, you want to tell me?
They belong to the same family.
Okay, so frog and toad have things in common. What else? That's not the whole main idea. That's not the big picture. It's a little bitty piece of the picture. What else?
The main idea is that how frog and toads are different and alike.
Excellent. Main idea is about how frog and toad have things in common and their differences. Now we're going to delve back into our text one more time. We're going to look for supporting details. I want 2 supporting details about how they're alike and 2 supporting details about how they are different. Okay, I'm going to give you 2 minutes of group time to talk about it. You may proud to your groups. Remember, head to head. Head to head.
No, it doesn't say that. It doesn't really say it says slimy toad really doesn't make say their eggs in batches. I know that. Frogs lay their eggs in batches and toads lay their eggs in long streams. That's the difference. That's supposed to be a difference. And then
Oh, that's a great one. Write that one down. Write that one down. That's an excellent one. Is that something they have in common or something that's different? In common. Go ahead and write that one down. That's an excellent fact so far. Make sure we delve back in our text and find it. When you do your text evidence, make sure you tell me which paragraph you found the evidence in.
It's paragraph 2. A frog feeling obviously wanted to roll his head slimy or depending on whatever you're talking to all the families of frogs.
So you guys have already found a few details. Tell me a detail that you found so far. Okay, let's talk right there. A frog is smooth and a toad is bumpy. Those are the differences. You think maybe to state that. Some differences we found were... Yes, exactly right. Do me a favor. When you're going back in your text and you find your evidence, make sure you tell me which paragraph you found that evidence in. So write paragraph 1 or paragraph 2 or P1, P2.
You have to do the details first. Actually, did you put your details?
Go ahead and write that down. Exactly right, Charlie. It's what they have in common and what's different about them. Go ahead and write that down in your diagram.